Hey everybody, this is the market radar for the week of, and it's actually going to be for the week of August 17th. And I got out the HPS watch list. I did another video just showing you great setups in the ES today. And this one is basically an overview of the S&P, a radar, what I see coming here. And again, at the end of the day today, we were talking about how this was quite bullish. The way the stochastics were just kind of just drifting lower here, and the price was kind of grinding back up. And that continues to look good in that light, and also that bigger trend line and channel that's breaking out here. We're trying to break through this. We're coming back to an old trend line that we broke through. So it's a big area right now, and again, it's a weekend, so Monday's going to start off in where if we have some positive news, probably going to get us through this level. If we have some negative news, maybe drop us back, but I do believe that we're going to push back up here through that level sooner, if not later. And again, as I posted on the site today, just saying there's just too many positives out there and all the negatives are on the table. There's underlying positives out there that we might not be able to even think of, but I think in the bigger picture and everything, we're looking pretty good right here. And again, main argument, we're very close to the highs of the all-time highs here. Everything has been pretty much put out in front of us. Our rate increase is definitely coming down the road. We had the Greek default. We had so many other things that happened. Presidential election. These things are going on. And the market's taking everything in stride and holding up. So all I can see is this daily here continue to rotate back up and almost getting a very strong like little embedded stochastic up here on the daily. That gives me a nice push higher here. And we talked about some stocks today on the watch list that are just great high market cap, big leverage stocks in the indexes, and some of these are really set up here. GE is one of these stocks there, real nice divergence. Apple gives us a nice divergence. A lot of the tech stocks are setting up. Facebook here is not going to hold back any longer. That's pulled back enough. So all these heavily weighted stocks in the NASDAQ, the S&P, are going to start pushing back up here. And with that, we're going to be lifting the markets up, and things are going to look good. Things are going to look good for this week, I think. Again, news, who knows what's going to come out of China, who knows what's coming out of Russia or whatever. News is always the trumping card. That's the wild card. Can't do anything about it. Earnings and anything like that, sometimes you get hit by bad luck. But technically speaking, this is looking pretty good. And we're looking for upside. So what do we see from that? I mean, the target here has to be new highs. Apologize for my voice. It's going on 10 o'clock. It's past 10 o'clock now, and I've been talking a lot today. The bigger pattern here, sideways consolidation. But also remember, we've pretty much rested here for the last 8-9 months. 7, 8 months. We've been just kind of drifting sideways, a little up, a little down, a little down, a little up, a little down. We haven't really started to ramp up aggressively again. So this is also kind of a bullish setup here as we kind of rested and got set back up here. So it's going to be an interesting couple of weeks. Actually interesting going into the back to school season, which is next month, or actually this month. So retail might start to pick up again. There's a lot of pluses. Also, one final thing I want to talk about on this market radar. There's two big divergences playing out in the market. In the semiconductor index, the SOX is actually have this kind of a running divergence, where we're starting to see these higher lows. The price here is just drifting a little bit lower. Momentum has shifted. So I'm seeing this little divergence here, a pretty clear one too. It's kind of a hidden divergence where you see the opposite go that you're looking for. You're seeing the stochastics continue to push higher, but the prices continue to push a little bit lower. So that's one thing to pay attention to. But the even better and bigger than that is going to be the Russell. The Russell is also set up as a divergence. Now I was looking at the what was the Russell ETF? I think it's what is it? IW. IWM, and it was a nice little falling wedge pattern, but even more so, you have this pretty decent divergence. It's very easy to recognize it on the faster time frame down below here, starting to turn back up. We definitely flagged, put in that big candle here representing that divergence setup. This has never really corrected. It's continued to push higher, even though we spiked lower. It started turning back up. So this looks like a really great divergence on the Russell. And the Russell, the small caps, they've been pulling back enough that this looks really good. So this is another reason I think the market might be going up here. So we got the semis and we got small caps all lining up with these lane divergences. Going to be great to see it prove itself out, see how it works. Hope you enjoyed that update. And that's it. I'll see you in the markets next week.